What's up, guys? This is Shaman11 and welcome to Kung Fu for Kinect on the good old Xbox One. This is the new ID at Xbox game by the good people at the VirtualAirGuitar company, and a huge thank you to my old buddy Aki Kanerva, the founder and lead designer of the company, for allowing me to share this game with you. Okay, so VirtualAirGuitar company are pretty much the only specialists working on Kinect games at the moment. They've previously brought us a Boom Ball for Kinect, Beat Explosion for Kinect, and Squid Hero for Kinect, all of which I've done reviews on, and all of which I've been quite impressed with and thoroughly enjoyed. This time, rather than popping bubbles or collecting charms or dodging bad guys, this time we're on the offensive. We are thrust into a comic book adventure. There we are. Look how handsome that fella is. So at the beginning of the story mode, we take photos of ourselves in some amazing action poses, as you can see, and it puts us into this comic book story. And basically, we are going to fight our way through zombies, ninjas, even giants, shamans, all sorts of creeps, ghouls, and bad guys. And we are going to do that by getting one heck of a workout. Controls are pretty simple. Obviously, you don't need a controller. You use your U. If we punch to the left, we move ever so slightly left. If we punch to the right, we move slightly to the right. You can also kick. Me being a stockier gentleman, shall we say, and having done a full week of work when I recorded this, it took things a little bit easier. Some of the moves, though, if you punch with both hands in one direction, you do a boost to one side. If you do a windmill kind of action, you do a somersault. You can, of course, jump as well, and they all do different moves, all of which are explained. There's a really nice tutorial, and it progresses at a nice pace, and there's certainly enough to keep us going, as well as this very cool storybook mode, which, as you can see, I got quite into. There are 16 main chapters to go through, including boss fights, including some sections which have multiple stages, and like I say, all sorts of different enemies to fight, which is really quite nice. We then also have various different challenge modes, including things like King of the Hill, and Kung Fu Club, both of which can offer various degrees of challenge. I have set this on easy because it was my first ever go, but there is also medium and hard. Basically, you have less life and a few more enemies, and like I say, it really can get quite hectic. Story modes progress nicely to get more difficult. The challenge modes ramp it up pretty high pretty quickly. It's fairly intensive stuff, but it's all very enjoyable. The levels all look nice and different, as you can probably see already, and that really does make quite a nice change whilst you're playing. You have different levels we can jump up to. We can climb on rooftops and on different trees and this, that and the other. There are various different things that will help us along the way. There are kind of, I think they're totem poles type things that we can, sigils we can knock down, and they will either give us health or they will give us extra damage power, and it just adds a little bit of tactics really to the game, I guess. You know, when do you pick up your health, when do you pick up that extra boost power to help you get past some of the trickier enemies like these blooming shaman who teleport if you don't choose a super move like that. So there we go, there's a health bonus, nice and easily done. Some of the parkour kind of sections like this can be a little tricky as you fall off roofs, and again, some of the detection is a little bit off. Now, I wouldn't blame the game for that. This is probably my fault. I move my Kinect around a lot because I use it for Twitch, as well as YouTube, as well as obviously gaming. I would really recommend calibrating and setting up your Kinect properly and not moving it around like I do if you want to get the most of this. As you can see from most of these clips, my shins have disappeared. But enough of the story, let's show you one of the challenge modes. This one, you only have to last 2 minutes. Pretty simple, right? Well, I'll be honest with you, my first go I lasted 10 seconds. This time I do a little bit differently, but a little bit better, should I say. But you can see it's pretty intense, the amount of enemies you get on this. But it's all done in a very fun way. And of course, what's the best thing is that this is coming out at just the right time, so we've got a pretty cool game to play all summer. And 2, it's actually a really good workout. I am not kidding. If you're like me, after 10 minutes you will be feeling it. I get Mini Shambles 11 to help me out in a moment because, well, quite frankly, I was wheezing. And even he, after about 10 or so minutes, was starting to feel the burn. It's great. It is only single player, but you have a fantastic little tracker on the main menu up in the top right that will show you how long you've played each day. And of course, that adds as a little incentive. Can you play just as long or longer? Will you do well on daily challenges? That kind of thing. Price wise, we're looking at this is £14.99. That's $18.99 in euros and $19.99. And of course, everything you do, as you can see, adds up to your character. All different skills are available to level up to help you get further and to fight harder. Achievements wise, there's 20 of them in total, so not a lot for some big points. Quite a few of them are ones you will get just for playing. Kill X amount of enemies. Some of them you will get just by enjoying yourselves. Mini Shambles 11, I think got me my very first one for power slamming the 7 enemies in one slam, which is pretty cool. But like I say, along the way we also unlock the ability to use the lightning rod. We can use a flaming arrow. So there's plenty to do, plenty of sea, plenty of enjoyment for all ages, really, I would say. Overall, guys, an absolutely cracking entry into the Kinect world. Not a lot of support for it, but why not grab yourself a fun little game for a fairly reasonable price? Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope it's been helpful. If it has, please do leave me a little thumbs up. Thank you ever so much for watching. Till next time.